cameras are coming to the Madison Police Department, why some are for and against that decision.
Plus, for the first time in over a decade, the state Senate committee hears arguments that could legalize medical marijuana in Wisconsin.
And more relief is on the way for millions of student loan borrowers. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Well, keep your umbrella handy if you're planning to go out tonight.
Yep, April showers are in full swing. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio with the latest. Gary?
I've got the umbrella. It's just right on the side there. It's actually stopped here for a little bit, although the pavement is wet, and we can expect some showers, perhaps even an isolated thunderstorm this evening. You can see how the clouds have overspread Wisconsin, but notice the back edge of the clouds moving through western Minnesota and western Iowa. Once the rain ends tonight, we'll see the skies clear out pretty quickly toward tomorrow morning, but it's a pretty widespread area of rain and even a few thunderstorms. You see those flashes of lightning across Iowa, so we can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm at some point this evening. Otherwise, the more steady rains now are moving into Grant County from around Platteville and Lancaster to the west. A little batch of showers moving north and northeast of Madison. Low temperatures this morning, because of the cloud cover, started out in the lower 40s from Madison to the south and west and stayed in the upper 30s to the north and east. High temperatures right around 50, give or take a degree or two, and you can see right now most areas are in the mid to upper 40s with that shower and activity moving in from the west. So look for showers to around midnight or so. They'll come to an end. Skies will start clearing out toward morning. Low temperatures dropping into the lower 40s. Tomorrow should be a mostly sunny, breezy, and milder day with high temperatures in the lower 60s. Got some more rain on the way for Friday, but that'll be followed by a very mild day on Saturday. I'll tell you how warm it'll get in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. New at 5, the Madison School District will be adding extra coursework for students to prevent extending the school year after a winter COVID pause. MMSD says students will need to complete extra lessons every Monday through June 6th. The coursework will help the school make up for lost time during a COVID pause over winter break. The district delayed students' return because of a spike in COVID cases. Well, after years of debate, body cameras are coming to the Madison Police Department.
It took 9 hours, but Madison's Common Council approved the pilot program for officers on the city's north side. Brady Mallory joins us with a closer look at what it means going forward. Brady?
Now, depending on how you look at it, it was a late night or a very early morning for council members. After 3 o'clock this morning, the vote came in 11 to 9 in favor of the program. Advocates argue the technology will increase transparency, while opponents are worried about privacy and the cost. Police Chief Sean Barnes says he believes body cameras will help bring credit to the department and to policing as a whole. The pilot program is expected to cost about $80,000. Chief Barnes says we now begin the process of moving forward with this technology pilot. There is still much work to do and heavy loads to lift in order to rebuild trust within our community, whom we proudly serve.
All right, Brady, thank you. The council also unanimously approved plans to build a new men's homeless shelter on the city's east side, located at 1902 Bartolon Drive. The shelter would be built from scratch and include access to nearby bus rapid transit stations when they're done, access to food outlets, and potentially a new city library.
A state Senate committee heard arguments today on a bill that would legalize medical marijuana.
Now, this marks the first time since 2009 that a hearing on medical marijuana has even happened. Political reporter Will Keneally was at the Capitol for the hearing. Joins us with more. Will?
That's right. Today's hearing was a win for the bill's authors, but the push will continue into next year. The bill has to be reintroduced since the legislature is gone for this year. Still, the bill's author made a case for why medical marijuana is needed in Wisconsin now. It was 2009 the last time we heard this.
Those for and against aired their opinions today at the Capitol.
And it's been a while, too, for bill author Senator Mary Felskowski, who's introduced this legislation 3 times.
We introduced this bill 4 years ago. We introduced it again this year. I plan on reintroducing it in January.
I'll be right with you.
Felskowski received treatment for stage 4 cancer in 2014. She says she knows firsthand some of the struggles people going through serious illness face. She shared the story of Nora Lowe, who has Rett syndrome.
This bill would help me. This bill would help other kids like me. I deserve this.
Felskowski says medical marijuana can also go a long way to fighting the opioid epidemic as an alternative to those painkillers.
I don't think people really want to take some of those strong drugs. So if there's an alternative with less side effects, I think we're seeing our whole nation move towards more natural, like let's prevent, things of that nature.
There was also some opposition, though, from the Democratic side.
I oppose this bill. I oppose it because of the way it is drafted, but I do have high hopes that we're going to be able to work together moving forward.
Democrats are pushing for full legalization for reasons including equity in the criminal justice system. Republicans aren't there yet.
My ask of you is to not push that. This is a bill around medical and medical access for people with these types of conditions.
Felskowski says she needs to temper the bill to get enough Republicans on board. The bill will have to be introduced in full next year.
Well, thank you. Ukrainian authorities are struggling to maintain a civilian evacuation corridor out of Mariupol as Russian forces are closing in. An estimated 1,000 Ukrainians are sheltering underneath a steel plant in the besieged port city. They have not been able to escape because Russian invaders continue to drop bombs on the bunker. Russia has also stated its goal is to recapture the eastern Donbas region. Troops are standing firm in the eastern village of Pisky, but commanders say they need more weapons.
The enemy's units are 10 times larger than ours. We appeal to the world leaders to help us.
The U.S. is preparing a new shipment of artillery and ammunition to send to the country.
While mask mandates are ending, COVID-19 is not. Hospitalization rates are holding steady, but more than 40,000 new infections were reported just yesterday. Michael George tells us that is a nearly 50% increase over the previous 2 weeks.
COVID-19 case numbers are going up, but masks are coming down. And that's raising alarm among health experts, including former CDC Director Tom Frieden.
The biggest concern is what's going to happen in the coming months. What if we have a more dangerous variant that's deadly, that gets away from our vaccine-induced immunity?
The Biden administration is waiting for a signal from the CDC on whether to appeal a judge's ruling that overturned the mask mandate for airplanes and other mass transportation, a ruling that's divided public opinion.
I think it's wonderful. In fact, I'm ecstatic. I'm not happy about it, as you can see. I still have my mask.
A new poll finds 56% of Americans still support the transportation mask requirement. 24% are opposed. In New York, masks are now optional on commuter train lines, but they're still required on city subways. During the rush hour commute, most New Yorkers were masked up, and city health officials want that to continue.
Especially when you don't know the vaccination status of those around you. But really, in all indoor settings, wear a high filtration mask.
Along with confusion about masks, many Americans are undecided about getting a second vaccine booster. The CDC met with outside experts Wednesday afternoon to discuss further guidance on who should get that fourth shot. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Now, the CDC is assessing whether to call for an appeal of the judge's ruling on the mask mandate. In the meantime, federal health officials recommend masking in indoor public transportation settings. COVID-19 vaccine may be available for kids under 5 by this summer. Pfizer says the shots could be available by June if the FDA gives its authorization. Last year, Pfizer and BioNTech had a vaccine for younger children, but officials there weren't happy with the results from 2-dose vaccine trials and started testing a 3rd dose. In February, the FDA said it wants more data from the 3rd vaccine trial as it moves forward with emergency use authorization.
Have you purchased any zucchini lately? We have a new recall to warn you about. World Variety Produce is recalling organic zucchini because of salmonella concerns. The 2-count packs of zucchini were sold under the brand name Organic Market Side at Walmart stores in 18 states, including Wisconsin. The FDA says no illnesses have been reported. If you bought the products, throw them away.
Wisconsin AARP is looking to bring attention to rising prescription drug prices. The organization hosted what it calls the world's most expensive tailgate today at the Capitol Square. AARP says the event would demonstrate the rising prices through a familiar activity.
People understand tailgates. If those prices went up, if our tailgate items went up as much as prescription drugs, then we'd have beer that costs $29 for a 6-pack.
Tailgate had brats, cornhole, lots of Badger Red. AARP is working to urge Congress to pass legislation that will help lower the costs of prescription drugs.
Officials at UW Health report they've seen a rise in patients being diagnosed with head and neck cancers. About 4% of cancers diagnosed in the U.S. each year are classified as head and neck cancer. That's about 66,000 cases. UW Health officials say these cancers are typically connected to smoking smoking and drinking. However, recent cases have also been associated with the human papillomavirus, or HPV. But there is hope.
And these types of cancers are actually highly treatable and highly curable. They usually present with a neck mass, and if diagnosed early enough, have an extremely high cure rate, either with surgery alone or chemoradiation.
Dr. Glazer says it's important to keep up with routine doctor or dental appointments that could catch early warning signs of cancer.
And next at 5, the Department of Education working on a new plan to help millions of people with their student debt.
A closer look at how it works coming up after the break. And after years of waiting, more than a dozen Wisconsin Vietnam War veterans make an emotional journey back to the country where they served. We'll have their story coming up at 6.
And some mixed results in midweek trading on Wall Street. The Dow climbing almost 250 points. The Nasdaq tumbles almost 167. S&P loses almost 3. And we'll be right back.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
How do you use your energy? Giving back to your community? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Shop the Spring Savings Double Up Sale for double rebates on our most popular appliance and grill brands. Shop in-stock specials like this Amana top-load washer for just $5.48. This KitchenAid dishwasher for just $7.98. This GE convection range with air fry for just $8.98. Or this LG 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator for just $14.98. Shop GrandAppliance.com or a store near you. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
The Menards Garden Center is open. Save 11% at your one-stop destination for all your outdoor projects. Want flowers for your deck, patio, or yard? We've got hundreds of colorful options to choose from. Growing a larger garden? We've got the soils, seeds, and tools you need. Landscaping? Check out our wide selection of edgers, pavers, and patio block. The Menards Garden Center. Let's grow. A bag of Schultz Potting Soil Plus is just $7.99.
Drive a Honda, the adventures go on and on. Follow your adventures with the thrilling performance of Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
Madison police get the green light to start a body-worn camera program. Tonight at 6, we'll tell you which districts will start using them and when that could happen. Also, the UW varsity band gets warmed up for the return of its annual spring concert. We'll have a preview at 6.
SSM Health celebrates Earth Day. Join us April 21st from 3 to 6 p.m. There's something to do for the whole family, including a scavenger hunt, face painting, and a planter seed to take home. We'll see you Thursday at one of these locations. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The sentencing date for 3 men found guilty of federal hate crimes in the Ahmaud Arbery killing has now been rescheduled. Travis McMichael, his father Gregory McMichael, and their neighbor William Roddy Bryan will now be sentenced August 8th. The 3 were convicted of murder and federal hate crimes for Arbery's death. The McMichaels are trying to get their federal convictions thrown out. Federal law prohibits the willful harm or intimidation of people in public spaces based on race. The McMichaels claim the killing did not happen on a public street. An investigation into the deadly movie set shooting by actor Alec Baldwin found, quote, willful violations on the set. A report out today from the New Mexico Occupational Health and Safety Bureau says gun safety procedures weren't followed, and the crew, quote, demonstrated plain indifference to employee safety. Cinematographer Helena Hutchins died in that shooting. The production crew has been issued the highest level citation allowed in the state of New Mexico, fined some $137,000. A first of its kind agreement today between the Cherokee Nation and the National Park Service. That agreement will allow Cherokee citizens to gather 76 culturally significant plants, such as bloodroot, sage, and hickory from certain areas in the Buffalo National River Park in northern Arkansas. Cherokee Nation says the area has a rich history in helping its citizens gather plants for food, craft making, and medicinal purposes.
Americans owe more than $1 trillion in student loan debt. The Department of Education is now announcing some fixes to the system, but it's unclear how they will work. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
The system was rigged for people like me.
Adjunct professor Justine Hope Blau, who graduated film school in 1991, says she borrowed $39,000, but now faces around $260,000 of debt.
I'm 66, and it keeps growing.
She's among the millions of Americans still struggling to pay off student loans. This week, the Department of Education says it's now taking action to help address what it calls historical failures in the administration of federal student loan programs.
The history of this program is that it has been rife with abuses and problems, both on the servicing side and on the Department of Education side.
Persis Yu of the Student Borrower Protection Center calls the acknowledgement step one. The Department of Education says it will review payment timelines and history for borrowers enrolled in public service loan forgiveness plans and income-driven repayment plans. The changes are expected to give 40,000 borrowers immediate forgiveness, and at least 3.6 million borrowers will receive 3 years of additional credit towards income-driven repayment forgiveness.
Unfortunately, the department has not given a timeline on when borrowers will find out what happens. For right now, the answer is to be patient and wait.
Blau still feels misled by her servicers, who she says never told her about income-based repayment options.
Don't leave us behind. We shouldn't be saddled with huge debt for the rest of our lives.
She now urges caution to anyone thinking about taking out a student loan. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The Student Borrower Protection Center advises making sure that your information and case is up to date with the Department of Education, because they'll be using that information to determine your credits. There is never a bad time to have some coffee and at the same time support local businesses. Dane by Local hosted its third annual Coffee Fest this morning. Over 20 local roasters, bakeries, and chocolatiers were present. The event aims to raise awareness and support small and nonprofit businesses.
Not going to find a Just Bakery on every corner. So now being able to come out, they get to show off their product, and they get events from it because these other vendors find each other.
Bakery items, tea, and of course coffee were available to sample and purchase. Dane by Local hosts a number of events like this throughout the year to support the Madison community.
These April showers are causing more trouble for Bucs fans. Today's watch party in the Deer District for Game 2 of the Bucs playoff series against the Bulls has been canceled. The team is encouraging fans to cheer on the team from bars and restaurants there in the Deer District. Tip-off set for 8:30. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and our forecast. Gary?
Well, the showers have been moving in from the west, and we'll probably see them pick up a little bit in intensity later on this evening. But tomorrow, well, it's a different story. 3 things you need to know after the showers this evening, or perhaps even an isolated thunderstorm. We're back to sunshine for tomorrow with high temperatures in the middle 60s. Then after some showers on Friday, we'll see middle to upper 70s on Saturday. But it's been the case so much this spring, you get 1 mild day and then boom, our temperatures go back below normal for a number of days, and that'll be the case for next week. We see chilly weather with high temperatures only in the 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday, and below normal pretty much for the rest of the week. As we take a look at high resolution radar, you can see the first batch of showers moving northeast of Madison. The next batch moving in from the southwest through much of Grant County, now just to the west of Dodgeville, just to the west of Darlington. And you can see at times there have been some flashes of lightning, and they're not looking for a lot of thunderstorm activity, but can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm in those showers. The back edge, though, already starting to move through eastern Iowa, so they probably will end around midnight. Now, over the next 10 days, temperatures will be above normal by a big margin for Saturday, and then go back below normal for much of next week. week. So the average high temperature by the end of this 10-day period, which is the end of April, we should be in the lower 60s, and we'll be close to that by then, but it'll take us another 10 days to get there. And then as we warm up, there's the potential for some thunderstorms. Now on Friday, Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms over southwestern Wisconsin. This is as a warm front lifts northward. Probably late Friday afternoon, Friday evening, the possibility exists that we could see a stronger thunderstorm that mainly would produce hail around here. Saturday, the Storm Prediction Center already has an outlook for much of Iowa, or at least the eastern portion of Iowa. We'll have to see if that gets moved eastward. The thing there is that most of the thunderstorm activity will arrive after dark on Saturday when the atmosphere is a little bit more stable. So that should lessen the severe thunderstorm threat farther to the east into Wisconsin. Temperatures right now, again, pretty chilly. 30s, 40s in our part of the Midwest. One area of 60s and 70s to the south and west, another down toward the Ohio River. But you can see this batch of showers coming through, but you can see also a back edge of the clouds here. So once the showers end around midnight, we'll see the skies clear by morning, and then we're back to sunshine for tomorrow. Then the next weather system, moving into the western portion of the country, will move eastward. Again, that will warm us up ahead of it, but then we'll turn colder once that passes over the weekend and see temperatures drop back below normal for next week. To the west, there's a cold front that's kind of the back edge of the showers. Once those move on through, temperatures won't change very much, but at least the skies will clear out a bit as we head toward tomorrow morning. So look for a low temperature tonight of about 42, high temperature tomorrow of about 63 as we're back to sunshine and the rain comes to an end. Future track, you can see the showers mainly this evening, but after midnight they end. Skies start to clear toward morning. We're back to sunshine for much of the day tomorrow. Then tomorrow night the clouds start moving back in. So those are showers by early on Friday morning, and then we'll see some showers or perhaps a thunderstorm on Friday with highs in the 50s. Rainfall amounts probably about a quarter to a half inch. That's mainly through tonight into early tomorrow morning. And then you can see those temperatures jump up to 76 on Saturday, drop back into the 60s on Sunday, around 50 on Monday, and 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday before we turn a little milder toward the end of next week. As we check out first warn traffic, the rain is in the Madison area. The roads are wet. Here's the view of the Beltline at Park Street. Traffic moving steadily but slowly in both directions. Right now we're seeing some delays on the Beltline from around Monona Drive back through the construction zone around Todd Drive to near Verona Road. Right now, almost a half hour on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 18 minutes going back in the westbound direction. No problems right now on I-3990 from the Beltline southward to Janesville or US 12 Middleton to Sauk City. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue and US 151 will take you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Next at 5, what the Surgeon General is calling an urgent crisis, the mental health of our children since the pandemic started. That story coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
With broken supply chains and lives disrupted, businesses like Amazon have invested to deliver on time for you and help hundreds of thousands of small businesses gain access to millions of online shoppers. But Washington politicians have a law that could break Prime's guaranteed 2-day free delivery and threaten our fragile economic recovery. Tell your senators, don't break our Prime. Oppose S 2992. Paid for by CCIA.
Did your or your neighbor's roof take a beating this season?
I'll call Feldco.
Right now, get 30% off a new roof from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
30% off Feldco roofing ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Like an eagle protects its nest.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
Some breaking news just into our newsroom. The CDC has informed the Justice Department has moved to appeal the ruling by a Florida judge that voided the federal travel mask mandate.
We'll have more information on the story coming up later on News 3 at 6 and always online at channel3000.com. In the wake of the pandemic, mental health in children and teens is deteriorating.
The Surgeon General says it is a, quote, urgent crisis and is talking with students to find out ways to help.
Cole Higgins has today's Health Minute.
I've had a lot of friends come to me telling me that they're struggling.
High school students in Naperville, Illinois, opening up to U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy.
A lot of students don't think that their issues are severe enough to go and talk to like a counselor or social worker and get help. And I think that's something that we really need to destigmatize.
According to survey results published last month by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than a third of high school students in the U.S. experienced poor mental health at least most of the time during the pandemic, with more than 2 out of 5 students feeling persistent sadness or hopelessness that caused them to stop doing some usual activities.
We don't have a lack of ingenuity or committed individuals or resources. What we need more of is to connect them with one another.
This year's passage of the Consolidated Appropriations Act includes $111 million for school-based mental health grants. Dr. Murthy acknowledging what peers can do to help each other.
The items that you honed in on immediately, thinking about the role of social media, about how it impacts your sense of worth and value, about some of the cultural forces that lead us to feel like we're not enough. These are at the heart of what we've got to address, and those insights are ones that not everyone has.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Cole Higgins.
Vitense Golfland offers an outdoor golf range practice and entertainment experience for all ages. Golf suites with 36 covered and heated tee areas are equipped with free top tracer. Grill and bar items are served directly to your golf suite. Enjoy sweet fun at Vitense Golfland.
Impatience is a virtue. When you know what you want, waiting isn't an option.
New Balance Madison, we got now.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
This Mother's Day, buy one 60-minute facial session and get a second session free. Massage Envy Facials, where better begins.
It's replacement window season, and Champion Comfort 365 windows are buy 2, get 2 free.
When I think Champion, I think quality, I think service, and I think customer satisfaction.
Buy 2, get 2 free. Call or go online at getchampionwindows.com.
In the military, we call it dereliction of duty. Ron Johnson is supposed to serve Wisconsin. Instead, he served himself. An investigation found Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. That's a dereliction of duty. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Hey sis, check out this cute spot. Bougie. I prefer my coffee with a view. Time to put the work in. Safety first.
The 2022 Chevy Blazer and Trailblazer with standard Chevy Safety Assist, part of the Chevy family of SUVs. Find new experiences. Find new roads.
Add a new Chevy to your driveway. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Vitence Golfland offers a free Top Tracer golf range experience. Obtain valuable shot information with warm-up, track your shot history with My Practice, play virtual golf, long drive, points game, go fish. Only at Vitence Golfland.
Yeah, keep the umbrella handy. More showers are moving through this evening.
All right, CBS Evening News coming your way next, and we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.